Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur Erysha Ezlyn Binti Ghazali and I'm from AS2552B. In this video, I will talk about the one type of community interaction in an ecosystem, which is mutualism. So, what is mutualism? Mutualism is a type of symbiotic relationship where all species involved benefit from their interactions. This relationship can either be within the species or between two different species. Mutual relationship is seen in all living organisms, including human beings, animals, birds, plants, and other microorganisms like bacteria, virus, and fungi. Mutualism is a type of a relationship between the host and a symbiont, where both organisms benefit and no one is harmed. This relationship may either continue for longer or for shorter term. The term mutualist is used to indicate the small partner and the host are the other partner present in the mutualism. For example, ants live and feed on the nectar of acacia trees. Here, ants are the mutualists and acacia trees are the hosts. The acacia tree provides a home and food for the ants, as they have hollow, huge thorns which can be homes for the ants, and yellow swellings on the leaf, which are food for the ants. In reverse, ants act as guards, attacking insects and protecting the tree from grazing animals. While mutualism is highly complex, it can be roughly broken down into 5 types of relationship, which are obligate, facultative, trophic, defensive, and dispersive mutualism. So I will start the explanation with obligate mutualism. In obligate mutualism, the relationship between two species in which both are completely dependent on each other. Most of the symbiosis and some non-symbiotic are the best examples of obligate mutualism. For example, yucca plant and the moss. The yucca plant is the habitat of the dry and arid climate of the southwestern United States. The flower of the yucca plant relies on the moth for the pollination process. In turn, the moth benefits by laying its egg on the flower and feeding the larva with the seeds. Secondly is facultative mutualism. In facultative mutualism, the partners may coexist without depending on each other. They, however, form a diffuse relationship involving a varying mixture of species. For example, honeybees and plants. Honeybees visit many different plant species for the nectar from the flower, and these plants will be visited by the number of the insects as pollinators for pollination. The third one is trophic mutualism. In trophic mutualism, the partners are specialized in complementary ways to obtain energy and nutrients from each other. For example, the cows and the bacteria. Cows can digest the plant cellulose. The bacteria present in the rumens of cows helps in digesting plant cellulose. In reverse, bacteria gets food and warm environment which is required for their growth and development. Next is defensive mutualism. In defensive, one partner receives food and shelter, and in return it helps the partner by defending against the herbivores or predators or parasites. For example, the aphids and the ants. The aphids produce honeydew to the ants, which is carried to their nest at night for protecting them from the predators and escort. These aphids are carried back to the plant the next morning. In return, ants are benefit by assembling the aphids' eggs and storing in their nest chambers to survive the cold winter months. And the last one is dispersive mutualism. In dispersive, one partner receives food in return for helping flower in transferring their pollen. For example, honeybees and the plants. Honeybees travel from one flower to another in search of nectar from the flower which is required to prepare honey. In return, plants are benefited by the pollination as the honeybees spread the pollen from one plant to another. I think that's all from me about the mutualism interaction between species. Thank you, and I hope you guys enjoy watching this video. Bye!